Hi guys, and welcome to an episode of Deep Dives. Today we'll be looking at Colossal Biosciences. Colossal Biosciences believes that one way to help the current climate crisis is to in fact help or try and solve the biodiversity crisis that we are now currently facing. So different species are currently going extinct at a far faster rate than ever before according to the fossil records. And if it continues at this rate, this could cause a full ecosystem collapse. Some scientists have even said that by 2050, half of all species that are alive today could no longer exist and be fully extinct. This is their way of trying to bring back animals that have previously gone extinct, and by roaming the earth again could in fact help our ecosystem and right some of the wrongs that we've caused. The problem is when some of these species go extinct, it leaves a hole in the ecosystem and creates an instability, leading towards other species also suffering or overpopulating. For example, since wolves were reintroduced to the Yellowstone National Park, we've seen the rivers become reshaped, beavers have returned, as well as songbirds. This has led Colossal to bring back the direwolf. This was once just considered a pipe dream, a fantasy, almost mythical creatures that haven't wandered these earths for 10,000 years. Now, Colossal have brought back so far 3 direwolves. We have Khaleesi, Remus, and Romulus, with Khaleesi being the newest one. This was a huge and monumental moment for Colossal and our planet. They were able to successfully bring back 3 direwolves, which they used samples of from previous direwolf skull that was 72,000 years old, as well as a direwolf tooth. From these samples, they were able to create whole genome sequences. Using this, along with the grey wolf, who is the direwolf's closest living relative, this is how they're able to edit lines of the DNA of the grey wolf using the direwolves, and how we are now able to have direwolves. They aren't in fact a clone of the direwolves that were around 10,000 years ago, but they are extremely close to it using the grey wolf's DNA. And of course, Colossal has no desire to stop there. They also tend to bring back the woolly mammoth using the Asian elephant, the Tasmanian tiger, the giant moa bird, along with the dodos, which hopefully means we're not too far away from having a T-Rex and Jurassic Park as well. So much like the wolves being brought back into Yellowstone, Colossal wants to reintroduce these substitute species into modern environments to help rebalance nature. Just as introducing mammoth-like elephants can help recreate grasslands in the Arctic to lock in carbon in permafrost. In addition to de-extinction work, Colossal also works on genetic rescue for those endangered animals that are still alive today. These include the northern white rhino, the vaquita porpoise, along with elephants suffering from viral diseases. And if the fact that they've already brought back 3 direwolves is proof of anything, it means that we may not be that far away from having woolly mammoths around, wandering again free, along with dodos and Tasmanian tigers. So far, Colossal has already managed to raise $550 million since it was founded. In January 2025, it closed a $200 million Series C led by TWG Global, valuing the company around $10.2 billion. An additional $120 million extension pushed that valuation to roughly $10.3 billion, officially making Colossal a decacorn. What's most striking is just how fast that all happened. In early 2023, Colossal was valued at around $1.4 billion. In just 2 years, its valuation almost increased sevenfold, which was driven by technological advancements and public attention. What Colossal are trying to do here is a gargantuan undertaking. They are trying to fix the holes in our current ecosystem, bringing back diversity in nature across the globe, and in turn will help the ongoing climate crisis, along with the biodiversity crisis. With new reports coming out all the time, updates on the 3 direwolves, taking steps towards actually bringing back woolly mammoths and the moa and the Tasmanian tigers, along with many other projects underway, Colossal seem more determined than ever before to tackle all of this head on. And if you want to learn more about Colossal Biosciences, as well as many other pre-IPOs that Wealth currently list, head over to their website today.